Well, you've probably heard about the most exciting development in the tough SUV market in years. Well, if not, here it is. Don't experiment, just buy a Ford. Ford is now selling a new Bronco and Bronco Sport. Finally, it's on sale. The popularity of these two SUVs has recently surged, and both vehicles have substantial off-road prowess and a vintage boxy design. However, the Ford Bronco family has more exciting news. You're watching Tech Addicts, so worry not. You'll get the updates before anyone else. Coming back to the topic, well, eventually, you can expect to see a Ford Bronco Hybrid or even several of them. Ford's Bronco may go electrified before the decade is over, according to a new product roadmap for the automotive industry. Bronco 6G has alerted the world to the release of Auto Forecast Solutions' multi-manufacturer product map, which attempts to forecast the future of the North American new car market. There are undoubtedly quite a few gems in there, but one that stands out is a Ford Bronco BEV that is set to debut in November 2029 and go out of production in 2036. It is rumored to be constructed on the TE1 platform, which will also serve as the foundation for the electric Ranger, Transit, and F-Series in the future. Following the same timeline as the 7th generation gas Bronco, the electric Bronco will be available at the same time. Interestingly, the T6 chassis that underpins the current gas Bronco appears to be the basis for the foundation of the next-gen Bronco. That is not shocking, given the diminishing frequency with which truly innovative platforms are introduced for gas automobiles before they are banned. Similarly, the new S650 Mustang is classified as a member of the D6 platform with the outgoing S550 Mustang. According to Auto Forecast Solutions, production of the current generation Mustang will finish in April 2029. There are a lot of other cool things on this list, but the electric Ford Bronco stands out. Jeep declared in 2017 that it would have 5 fully electric vehicles by 2025, and it has already released the Wrangler 4xe, an electrified off-road vehicle that has been the subject of a large recall and stop sale. If the Wrangler is among them, then this hypothetical electric Bronco would be 4 years behind the competition by the time it debuted in 2029. Former Ford president and CEO Jim Hackett announced plans for a Ford Bronco Hybrid during a 2019 shareholder meeting. To find out more about the Ford Bronco Hybrid, well, keep watching this video. Before the Ford Bronco Hybrid's format release date, the company is making great efforts to ensure that the vehicles remain under the radar. Very little data is publicized about these automobiles, and that's why our assessment of the Ford Bronco Hybrid is full of conjecture and hearsay. What we do know is that Ford delivered over 25,000 electrified vehicles to the United States market in the first quarter of 2021, as reported by Electric Vehicle Web. That's a year-over-year growth of more than 74%. Just what does this entail anyway? Consequently, hybrid and electric vehicles are the future wave, and Ford intends to be a major player in this market. Strong display adapted from Ford's hybrid Bronco. The Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport may both get hybrid variants, according to the rumor. Electric components for the Ford Bronco Hybrid are likely shared with the currently available Ford F-150 and Ford Explorer hybrid vehicles. The technology in question consists of a 10-speed modular hybrid transmission and a 3.0-liter EcoBoost engine. In all likelihood, a 35-kilowatt or 35-horsepower motor will also be a part of it. According to estimates, the Ford Hybrid Bronco might have as much as 450 horsepower, which is impressive given that most vehicles with the EcoBoost engine receive around 400 horsepower. Off-roading and keeping up with the Ford Bronco's hauling capacity will both benefit from this powertrain's enhanced efficiency and silky smoothness. We also have not been able to find any information regarding the MPG of a Ford Bronco Hybrid. Nonetheless, we anticipate it to be significantly more effective than the standard alternatives. It's time to discuss the Ford Bronco Sport Hybrid. Since the Bronco Sport is based on the Ford Escape SUV, its interior will likely mirror that of the Escape Hybrid. An IVCT Atkinson-style gas engine and an electric motor are now paired in the Escape Hybrid, and an electronic continuously variable transmission is in use. Towing capacity is reduced, but the Escape Hybrid achieves an amazing 41 miles per gallon combined, according to the EPA. When the Ford Bronco Hybrid is finally released, people will be eager to compare and contrast the two vehicles. So let's discuss details about a future hybrid Ford Bronco. We highlighted how little official information there is concerning the hybrids compared to the regular Ford Bronco lease. However, we know that these hybrids will be economical and refined even while traversing rough terrain. In the digital gauge cluster of future electric models, there will also be an EV coaching display. Use this to check the status of your battery and other relevant vehicle data. Based on this, we hypothesize that a hybrid electric drivetrain is in the works. Reports have surfaced of a Warthog Ford Bronco prototype being driven about. The orange cable on the vehicle's undercarriage suggested that it was a hybrid model. Speculation has claimed that the Lincoln Aviator Grand Touring's current 494 horsepower and 630 pound-feet of torque will be carried over to a hybrid version of the Warthog. The site speculates at Jeep's introduction of a hybrid car inspired by this big hybrid. The wheels on the Bronco Warthog are 17 inches in diameter and are styled after those on the Ford F-150 Raptor. When completed, the Warthog will include a wider stance than the standard Bronco and other advanced features first seen on the Raptor. The front and rear fascias, as well as the ground clearance, are speculated to be tougher. So how does the mild hybrid EV work? As the name implies, a mild hybrid system provides only minimal electrical aid to the engine, not enough for the vehicle to go solely on electric power. Though their precise mechanisms vary by manufacturer, these systems all serve to aid the engine during rapid acceleration and facilitate the stop-start mechanism. Such systems can also generate electricity when the brakes are used, which can be stored in the lithium-ion battery for use in emergencies. Automobiles equipped with mild hybrid technology are reported to be up to 15% more fuel efficient on average than their traditional counterparts. The Ford Puma illustrates how mild hybrid technology may be used to improve fuel efficiency and performance. Ford's 1.0-liter three-cylinder gasoline engines are standard in many of their cars. These engines are mild hybrids. Ford claims that its system constantly analyzes driving patterns to determine when and how much power to add to the engine and the battery. The technology promises an increase in efficiency of up to 9% by providing an additional 15 pound-feet of pulling power to the engine, allowing it to work less hard under normal loads. The same boost can be used to improve performance while the engine is working hard. What are the features of a mild hybrid vehicle? Why should you consider them? Simply said, they are simpler and more cost-effective than many other hybrids. They're more convenient than plug-in hybrids, which need to be recharged frequently to provide the same benefits, and they don't require as much maintenance. Even while mild hybrids aren't as environmentally friendly as plug-ins, they are still preferable to regular gasoline or diesel vehicles. Also, they can be used in vehicles with manual transmissions and provide the same driving experience as standard models. Will the Toyota 4Runner be able to keep up with the Ford Bronco? No big updates have been made to the Toyota 4Runner since 2010, and it appears that consumers are beginning to take note. Without a doubt, the 4Runner is still a highly regarded four-wheel drive SUV. Its design has always been the gold standard for off-road SUVs, and it's both comfortable and strong. Now it also boasts the enchanted crawl control that can free you from deep muck and sand. However, the Jeep Grand Cherokee and Ford Bronco, both of which are considerably more recent, appear to be overtaking it in sales. Sales of the 4Runner are lower than those of the Bronco, and the 4Runner was outsold by the Bronco and the Grand Cherokee last month. There is no segment in the SUV market that the 4Runner competes with, and instead this SUV belongs to the same class as the Ford Bronco, which is known for its adventurous spirit. All of these sport utility vehicles are competent commuter vehicles, but truly shine when put into four-wheel drive and taken deep into the wilderness. Toyota sold more 4Runners this year than Ford has sold Broncos so far, although Ford did have manufacturing troubles with the Bronco in the first half of 2022. Newer SUVs include the Bronco. Understandably, the 4Runner is a relic that hasn't seen significant updates since 2010. The Ford Bronco is essentially a redesigned version of its predecessors. In late 2021, when the Bronco was released, Ford took a page from the playbook of successful SUV manufacturers by developing brand new SUV models. Bold moves! So that's all for the video. We'll be right back with more. Please consider smashing that like button and subscribe to our channel.